Madam Clerk, are we good? All right. Call to order the Cuyahoga County Council's regular meeting for Tuesday, January the 26th, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Hairston.
Here.
Ms. Simon.
Here.
Mr. Greenspan.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Germana.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Schron.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Here.
Council President Brady.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance. Under item 4, I have no silent meditation to suggest. Does anybody else? Hearing none. Any public comment related to the agenda?
Yes, Mr. President, Reverend Pinckney Butts would like to address council.
All righty.
Good evening. Good evening. For agenda items, you know my time runs out on me. For the 2016-02, with the city of Shaker Heights and the Cleveland intersection, would you just, for the sake of public who's not able to attend this meeting, elaborate a little bit more on how this is going to impact the school districts that are affected by this intersection and the changes there? In 2016-02, I would like some more clarity, because it's a broad language on the ethical rights, responsibilities, and prohibitions applicable to elected officials, because some things have gotten way out of control and things are stepping into boundaries that should not be stepping into. And I want to let you know that I did read recently that you are seeking to get an increase in your salaries, and I do hope that you get it. I am for you receiving that benefit because you are well deserving of it. You make yourselves more available than any other elected officials I've ever known that it do exist. And I'd like, from now on, if you would be so kind, to break down the language. When you say various departments, that's too broad of a language for people who are just viewing because they're not able to come to meetings and such. And I'm not going to go through the whole agenda this evening. I have something that I would like to bring to your attention at the non-agenda section so you can go forward with your meeting. And the reason that I've asked for, the request that I've asked thus far will be related to the letter that I have written to you that I will read to you at a later time. And it is not an indictment against any of you. And I want you to know that. You're hearing it from me. It is not an indictment against any of you all. You all do great work down here. But some people think that you all are a joke. And I want them to know that playtime is over. And I want to congratulate you, promote you, and wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Not at this time. The rest signed in for non-agenda related.
All right. Item number 6, approval of the minutes. I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes as printed on the agenda. Got a first and a second for January 12th, 2016 and January 12th, 2016, both the committee of the whole and the regular meeting. All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The minutes are approved. The council president has no announcements. Is there a message from the county executive?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Just two things I want to mention. First, earlier this afternoon, Councilman Jack Schron and I were joined by Tom Wilson, who's the administrator, motor vehicles administrator for the state, and Dave Schaefer, our own auto title division manager, and many others came together at the for the ribbon cutting of the Golden Gate auto title office that is new there. We had a auto title office there 4, 5, 6 years ago. It was closed, and we've now reopened it. It's right next door to the Ohio License Bureau, which gives us basically a one-stop shop. It's very convenient for the residents. It's very convenient for the auto dealers. We have some great ways now to serve the auto dealers in that side of town. They had been going to Lake County to register titles. Now they will be able to do it here in Cuyahoga County. We've been losing something like $800,000 a year is our estimate by not having a facility that was more convenient. We had, among others, the manager at the Liberty Auto dealership who was very excited about our having opened this. They're the largest user, and I think it's going to help us capture some of that money back, and probably more importantly, it will provide much better service for the residents and the dealers on the east side of town. In addition, I want to mention this Friday, January 29th at noon at the medical examiner's office. We'll be hosting more than 70 high school students and chaperones from public, private, and trade schools around Cuyahoga County for an open discussion about the heroin epidemic. The summit is designed to educate students about the epidemic and also give us an opportunity to listen to the students and learn directly from them how we can better reach them and prevent the use of heroin. Dr. Gilson and Chris Harris have worked very hard to engage the schools and professionals in this event. The summit was recognized by the National Institute on Drug Abuse as an official event for National Drug and Alcohol Facts Week, which is that week, January 25th to the 31st. We have local media partners, WKYC and Cleveland.com will live stream and live tweet it. It should be a wonderful event, and we actually also had lined up somebody who you may or may not have heard of, a person named Machine Gun Kelly, one of the more famous rappers nationally, is a Clevelander. He was intending and may still be able to address the students about the problems, the dangers of addiction. He's very concerned about addiction. Unfortunately, he had emergency surgery very recently and may not be able to make it, but that was a special prize that we had for the kids, special event to help educate them as well. So it should be a great event, and we're looking forward to it. That's my report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Legislation introduced by council, committee reports, and consideration of resolutions of council for second reading, adoption, and suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2015-0261, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
All right. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
President Brady, this legislation is being passed, second reading suspension, to allow the PRC recommended proposed classification changes to move forward. They were introduced on December 2nd and fully vetted in the Human Resources Appointment and Equity Committee, and this committee recommends passage of the following: revised classifications, deleted classifications, as well as the additional classifications.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0002, approving an adjustment of the municipal boundary between the city of Cleveland and the city of Shaker Heights that bisects 8 parcels of land on Van Aken Boulevard at the intersection with Sutton and Onaway Roads in order to incorporate all of the land within the municipal boundary of the city of Shaker Heights.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
President, Council President, this particular resolution is for an undeveloped piece of land that was split between the city of Cleveland and Shaker. And by adjusting the boundary line, it puts the parcels in one city and will allow for development. And both communities are in support, and it is required by the state that the county provides a resolution to move forward. So I respectfully request my colleagues support this.
Very good. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of ordinances of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance number 2016-0002, amending Titles 4 and 5 of the Cuyahoga County Code to clarify the ethical rights, responsibilities, and prohibitions applicable to elected officials, employees, board members, contractors, and lobbyists of Cuyahoga County.
Okay, we'll refer this to council operations and intergovernmental relations.
Ordinance number 2016-0003, enacting Chapter 307 of the Cuyahoga County Code, establishing the compensation for the members of council.
And this will also go to council operations. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0023, appointing Theodore N. Carter to serve as interim director of development from January 19, 2016 through May 17, 2016.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Nobody from the administration? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0024, appointing Scott M. Rourke to serve as interim chief information officer from January 26, 2016 through May 25, 2016.
Move to adopt. Second. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0025, approving a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and International Union, United Automobile, Aerospace, and Agricultural Implement Workers of America, UAW Region 2B, Local 70, representing approximately 10 employees in the classification of Court Security Officer for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2018.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. As you all know, we discussed this previously in executive session. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0026, amending the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget for 2016 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. President, this is our standard biweekly fiscal agenda. Questions were submitted to the administration, answers were provided. They are submitted on the document before you, and I urge my colleagues for their support.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0027, confirming the county executive's appointment of Scott M. Rourke upon his taking the oath of office as Chief Information Officer.
This will be referred to the committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2016-0028, confirming the county executive's appointment of Douglas M. Dykes upon his taking the oath of office as Director of Human Resources.
This will also go to committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2016-0029, confirming the county executive's appointment of Theodore N. Carter upon his taking the oath of office as Director of Development.
Committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2016-0030, confirming the county executive's appointment of Evan T. Byron to serve on the Cuyahoga County Department Review Board for the term February 1, 2016 through January 31, 2021.
Go to the appointments committee.
Resolution number 2016-0031, making an award on requisition number 35632 to Fabrizi Recycling Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $3,184,870 for the 2016 sewer repair program in various county sewer districts for the period March 1, 2016 through February 28, 2018.
Go to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0032, approving the appropriation of funds for year 2016 based on the Statement of Appropriation Status dated December 31, 2015.
Let's go to Finance.
Resolution number 2016-0033, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1300-529 with Woods Services Incorporated for residential services for the period October 1, 2013 through June 30, 2015, to extend the time period to June 30, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $575,000.
Let's go to Health and Human Services.
Resolution number 2016-0034, making awards on requisition number 34374 to various providers in the total amount not to exceed $2,541,600 for family-centered supportive services for the period February 1, 2016 through January 31, 2018, as printed on the agenda.
Health and Human Services. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading.
Resolution number 2016-0009, making an award on requisition number 35411 to C&K Industrial Services Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $2,071,670 for cleaning, televising, and maintaining sanitary and storm sewer systems in various municipalities for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2018.
And this will move to the February the 9th council meeting for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0011, making an award on requisition number 35678 to Neighborhood Housing Services of Greater Cleveland Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $599,888 for administration of the Cuyahoga County Down Payment Assistance Program in Cuyahoga Urban County Communities and City of Parma for the period March 1, 2016 through February 28, 2017.
We'll also move to the February 9th meeting for third reading adoption. Consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0012, authorizing an Economic Development Fund accelerated growth loan in the amount not to exceed $3 million to Victory Midtown for the benefit of a project located at Victory Center, 7012 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland.
So we'll also move to the next council meeting for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0013, authorizing an Economic Development Fund accelerated growth loan in the amount not to exceed $1,500,000 to HEC Properties for the benefit of a project located at 2700 East 55th Street, Cleveland.
So we'll also move to the next regular council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0015, authorizing an Economic Development Fund large-scale attraction loan in the amount not to exceed $2 million to W25D for the benefit of a project located at various corners of West 25th Street and Detroit Avenue, Cleveland.
So we'll also move to the February 9th meeting for third reading, consideration for third reading adoption.
And resolution number 2016-0018, making an award on requisition number 35635 to WB Mason Company Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,710,000 for general office supplies and related services for various county departments for the period April 1, 2016 through March 31, 2018.
This will also move to the February 9th, 2016 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules, say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0008, setting parking rates for all county-owned garages and surface lots, effective February 1, 2016, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Mr. Chairman,
Move to adopt.
I'll move to adopt.
Second. Discussion.
Mr. Chairman, this was heard in Public Works and Contracting. I do have a proposed substitute, so I would like to move the proposed substitute 2016-008. Basically, is there a second?
Second.
Basically, this is just moving back the adoption date from February 1st to March 1st to give notice to everyone so that the rates will go into effect on March 1st.
Any questions? All right. All those in favor of the proposed substitute, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The substitute is adopted.
Mr. President.
Yes, Councilman.
Mr. President, my colleagues in committee, we had some discussion about the non-governmental monthly parkers, and which is basically being eliminated, and there was concern expressed particularly about people who need to move in and out of the Justice Center area on a frequent basis to properly serve their clients at the Justice Center, and I just would like to publicly express my continuing desire that some efforts continue to be made to work out something so that these people can continue to do their work effectively. Thank you.
Councilwoman Conwell.
I'd just like to make a motion to move the resolution forward as amended.
All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted? Say-
Council President,
Yes.
We already have the motion on the floor from Mr. Germaner and Mr. Brady, so that's not necessary. You just need to vote on it.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. It's adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0010, approving revised rates for lease of county-owned equipment to governmental subdivisions in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 307.12F, and for calculation of force account rates for county employees effective January 1, 2016.
Move to,
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Chairman, this was heard in Public Works and Contracting. Basically, this is one of the situations where we're collaborating with our cities in the county, and we're setting the rates that we're able to save them money for rental of equipment that we have for that very purpose. So it makes a lot of sense. This is a collaboration with the cities, and I recommend, as well as the committee, that we move forward with this.
All right, any other discussion? And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0014, authorizing an Economic Development Fund Accelerated Growth Loan in the amount not to exceed $1,077,092 to Canaan Enterprises Incorporated for the benefit of a project located at 31900 Solon Road, Solon.
Move to adopt.
Second. Any discussion?
The only discussion, this is was heard in Economic Development Committee, and the exciting thing is that it's talking about retention of 285 jobs with a development of an additional 30 new jobs that will be coming out of this project.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0016, rescinding resolution number 2015-0253 dated December 8, 2015, which made an award on requisition number 35199 to ReliStar Life Insurance Company, doing business as Voya Financial Incorporated, in the amount not to exceed $3,800,000 for stop-loss insurance services for county employees and their eligible dependents and Cuyahoga County Benefits Regionalization Program participants' employees and their eligible dependents for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2016, authorizing a contract with Medical Mutual of Ohio in the amount not to exceed $3,724,000 for said services and time period.
Move to adopt.
Second. Any discussion?
Yes, Councilman Brady. This committee recommends passage, but with reservations of it being a no-bid contract and a request that in the future it needs to be bidded. Also, that future consultants need to be present at committee meetings to answer questions, why they recommend the proposed agency. This is being recommended second reading suspension due to the nature of keeping county employees as well as the regional partners covered without hesitation during the time period of changes with the previous contractor.
Discussion or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0017, making an award on requisition number 35240 to Endicott Microfilm Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $524,600.04 for countywide maintenance services on Kodak scanning equipment for the period March 1, 2016 through February 28, 2018.
To adopt? Mr. President, this item is before us. It's a typical renewal of a maintenance agreement. The reason it's before us for second reading is that the current contract expires at the end of this month, and I urge my colleagues for their support.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0019, authorizing an amendment to master contract number CE 1500026 for traditional residential treatment services for the period February 1, 2015 through January 31, 2017, to change the scope of services effective January 12, 2016, to change the total amount not to exceed from $3,571,147.73 to $8,464,245.03, and to authorize funding increases with various previously approved providers.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded.
Mr. President, this was heard and debated in the Safety Committee, and this is for expansion of the residential treatment services on the master contract. One thing that we did find out in the committee hearing was that this is actually a cheaper route to go than actual incarceration and providing services for treatment for these young offenders in a residential situation. So we wholeheartedly voted to move this forward and support the juvenile court in this master contract expansion.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0020, authorizing amendments to contracts with various providers for emergency shelter services at various locations in Cleveland for the period January 1, 2013 through December 31, 2016 for additional funds.
Move to adopt?
And seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. These contracts provide safe emergency shelter to homeless single adults, client linkage to appropriate community services, and assistance with accessing permanent housing. And I ask my colleagues for their support.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0021, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1300-126 with Emerald Development and Economic Network Incorporated for rapid rehousing assistance, location, and stabilization services for the Emergency Solutions Grant Program for the period October 1, 2012 through December 31, 2016 for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $908,000.
Move to adopt?
Been moved and seconded.
And Mr. Chairman, this program provides rental assistance and housing location services to families in emergency shelters.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0022, authorizing an amendment to agreement number AG 1400113 with Department of Workforce Development for operational support of Ohio Means Jobs, Cleveland, Cuyahoga County Service Centers, and management of the Occupational Skills Training Program and individual training accounts for the period July 1, 2014 through December 31, 2015, to extend the time period to June 30, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $627,216.
Move to adopt?
Been moved and seconded.
And Mr. Chairman, this contract provides operational support to the Employment Connection, the Career Centers, Occupational Skills Training, and the Applicant Job Readiness Program. And again, I ask my colleagues for support of this resolution.
In favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2015-0266, confirming the county executive's appointment of Cheryl Cheatham to serve as the Cuyahoga County Law Library Resources Board for the term January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2020.
Second. No discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0269, confirming the county executive's appointment of various individuals to serve on the Cleveland Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Board for the term July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2018, as printed on the agenda.
Second?
Been moved and seconded. No discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0270, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Harriet Applegate to serve on the Cleveland Cuyahoga County Port Authority Board of Directors for the term January 29, 2016 through January 28, 2020.
Been moved and seconded. No discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it.
And resolution number 2015-0277, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1500-248 with Mark Schaefer Excavating and Trucking Incorporated for Cuyahoga County Airport Runway 624 Safety Area Improvements Project Number 1 in connection with the Airport Improvement Program for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $3,230,048.
Move to adopt? Any discussion?
Chairman, this is heard in Public Works. This is first part of a multi-part improvements at the Cuyahoga County Airport. And we need to have this move forward so that each part can take place in an organized manner.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports. Before I go around the room, we have more confirmation hearings coming up on February 9th and February 25th. We'll have committee meetings of the whole. We'll let you know what time. We have a Director of Human Resources, Director of Development, and Chief Information Officer. We'll have 2 on one day and 1 on another, and we'll get back to you on that. Miscellaneous committee reports from members, starting over here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance and Budgeting Committee will meet Monday, February 1st at 1 p.m. to discuss the item referred to committee.
My colleagues, the Council Operations and Intergovernmental Committee, to accommodate the sponsor schedule, we will meet this coming Friday, January 29th at 2 p.m. to hear the council pay legislation. And the committee will also meet at its regularly scheduled time in the following cycle on Tuesday, February the 16th at 3 p.m. to hear the ethics legislation. And also, the Public Works Committee will meet on Wednesday, February the 3rd at 10 a.m. at its regularly scheduled time. I will chair the meeting on behalf of the chair. Thank you.
All right. Over here.
Apologize. Human Resources Appointment and Equity, February 2nd at 10 a.m.
The Health and Human Services Committee will meet in 8 days to deal with the items referred today at 1 p.m., regular start time.
In Education, Environment, and Sustainability is meeting next Wednesday, the 3rd of February at 3 p.m. to discuss the dredging of Cuyahoga County River, and we'll have representatives from Ohio EPA and the Port Authority. We invited the Corps, but I don't know if they're coming yet, to try to see what we can do, at least to hear about what's going, more information and see how the county can help, if at all, create a better situation.
Did I miss anybody?
Wednesday at 3 next week. That's the 3rd.
Safety Tuesday at 1 o'clock. All righty. Any other miscellaneous business? Hearing none. Any public comment
Mr. Chair,
unrelated to?
I'm sorry, I do have miscellaneous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. The Metropolitan Bar Association Family Law Division wanted to come in to hear more about the parking that's going to impact them, and I will get with our Director of Public Works to maybe pick a date for them to come in so they can understand why this is happening. Thank
All
you.
right, anyone else? Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Yes, we do have several persons who would like to address council. Giovanna Smith.
How y'all doing? My name's Jovan Smith. 2 letters away from Yvonne. All right. I came up here, introduction. I grew up in Cleveland, surrounded area everywhere in Cleveland. I got an organization, it's called Young Imagination. It's a youth entertainment organization that helps entertain the youth, and more so, I want to employ more so of the youth. I feel that with more of the right influence and leaderships in the city and the neighborhood community, if we all come together on the smallest of neighborhood issues as partners and teachers and grassroots organizations, we can accomplish and change some of the big issues. Right now I'm working with Neighborhood Connections on something to try to get something going for the neighborhood, throw talent shows for the kids. One of my biggest goals is to try to really help the youth with a lot of issues that they got going on. Like, I remember when I was growing up, I was 15, 14, I ain't had no job, so I was always looking like, I'm gonna get some money. And I got a nephew, he 15 years old right now. He was doing kind of bad. My brother, he died, so I kind of like was being his big brother, being his as his uncle, being his friend, everything. And he was always worried about how he was gonna get shoes and everything. So I say, well, come with me and we'll do different things to try to get some money. So I came over with just Young Imaginations, this party catch for the kids. Lately, what I've been doing is going to Fleet Library. We'll go there, pass out some lunch for the kids. I talk to the young dudes, like 14 and 15. They be like, y'all want to work, you know what I'm saying, make some money. Because being that age, with no job outside of school, like when school let out, they be like, I want to get these shoes, I want to get everything. So I came up with this to try to help. We want to advance knowledge of ideas and train the generation, expose them to a wide diversity of views. The intent was, one day I was talking to my little brother and he was like, he wanted to go back to school. He just turned 18, graduated. So I was like, you gonna go to school, what you want to do? He was like, I really don't know. I told him one thing, if you gonna go to school to get something, get a degree, but also to build something. So if you gonna go to school to be a machine operator, learn everything, the ropes, and start one yourself, start a company. And so that's some of the positive things I want to tell the youth, like, no, you can go to school and get a degree, but with that degree, build you a business where you can employ your brother, your nephew, your friend who's struggling, help them out in a way, you know, with each other, just helping each other with that. And with more of the groups and grassroots groups, organizations around the city, we come together, do little small things. Me personally, I invested all my money into my business, more so to help, you know what I'm saying, the youth, my nephew, his friends, because they always coming to me like, oh, what's up? I need to get some money. I'm like, I work a job. I can't do nothing. But listen here, let's put on this costume. Let's go to the park. Let's dance around with the kids. I'll pay you. We're not getting paid, but I'll pay you, and we can just help the youth. That's what I want to do.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
The next speaker is Reverend Pinckney Butts.
Good evening again. As I stated, I prefaced what I'm going to say previously, and I'm just going to read this to you. And before I do that, I want to declare the word of God to you. Deuteronomy 1, chapter 1, verses 9 through 18, and John 3:16 are very prevalent in these times. Dear council members and Executive Budish, I went to the Department of Children and Family Services for assistance in the past, including 2001, as a result of my children and my being abused, neglected, and endangered. Instead of helping us, they used my cries for help against us. The Cleveland Police Department and other agencies, including the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department, have also gone against me, refusing to assist me. I'm concerned for our safety. I'm being denied proper medical care at the hospitals that you also fund. I am in a position now where my housing is also at stake. My ministries and political endeavors are impacted negatively by this also. My ballots have been disappearing in general elections. I am being left out of the presidential elections that I have been candidate at least 3 times, 2008, 2012, and currently. The Board of Elections refuses to list me as a candidate. This impacts all aspects of my life. I am being denied equal opportunities in the areas of funding, also along with other equal opportunities. All of my rights are being violated. I am being denied legal counsel and the right to proceed on my own behalf where these matters are including the crimes being committed against us, as well as my rights being violated. My files are compromised in the courts and in other places in and outside of Cuyahoga County, Ohio. The Inspector General refuses to assist me even after you referred me to him for him to do so. I do not hear from my council person to assist me with my affairs. Neither have I heard back from you, Cuyahoga County Executive Armand Budish, and that's not an indictment against my council person or the county executive, because I know what you do, to correct this situation on my behalf. I am once again coming to you for assistance. I can only help these people who I have invited this evening when I have the proper assistance myself. And I really do not appreciate the fact that when you've sent me places for people to assist me, they're ignoring your orders to do so, and they're ignoring your referrals to do so, because you've been kind to me. But I'm crying out to you for assistance again, because the Department of Children and Family Services has destroyed my life. And I'm really concerned because I really want to help other people, and I really want to help you in what you do. But I'm being taken as a joke. And I ask you, I wrote and I did document this letter for your reading, for your hearing, so we can pull together, because it's time to unite. It's time to put racism on the back burner. It's time to put these faults and failures and flaws on the back burner. I will give this to your county clerk, and she can review it. And any questions, ask me. I'm very coherent and very competent to speak for myself to you. God bless you, and I do wish you the very best, and I do really hope that you get that raise. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Rico Dancy.
Good afternoon. 12 years ago, I was a victim. 12 years ago, a victim. And thank God for my walk by myself every day. Do we have a bill on people who've been raped, okay, in the city? I get so many people who've been raped come to me for help. Go to the Cleveland Right Christ Center. They're not available, never available. Got a letter from one of my person in jail, incarcerated in jail. They still not let her use the phone. What really hurt me the most is my rape victims. People in this city has been raped, and no one decided to do anything. Call council, City Hall, never available. Mayor Jackson's never available. I'm going to Columbus on April 15 to push for a bill 369 and 6 for rape victims. Can we ask council put a legislation together in the city of Cleveland, Shaker Heights, wherever, for people who also been victims rape and get these rapists off the street. I continue to walk the walk. I'm going to come out with a book in a couple of weeks called My Survivors. Why I want to call to my Missouri because 12 years ago, I was that victim. I got a call from the prosecutor office and a victim advocate. She said, "You want a strong person." I said, 12 years ago, I look on my shoulder. Don't know when they're going to catch him, when they're going to catch he look over back my forward if I'd have caught him. So I'm asking, every last one of y'all, do something for your community, for your victim who been raped. If you don't do nothing, who going to do it? If they come to you, they're going to come for you for a reason. Ask for each one of y'all to do something. Please do something. I'm asking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Mr. James Lamb.
Good evening, everyone. My name is James Lamb. I'm from the city of Cleveland. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Some of you I spoke to, some of you I don't know, but I'm going to tell you Happy New Year. I'm here today in behalf of the heaviest burden that's ever hit my heart, okay? And I've had some burdens. Born with cerebral palsy, paralyzed 9 years, went into epilepsy at 8, turned around a year and a half ago, I found out that Cleveland Clinic helped blind me. So I am a survivor. But I stand here today and I look at each and every channel that we have that broadcasts news for 16 to 18 hours a day. The same story 3-4 times a day. And I've heard one thing. Tamir Rice. I don't hold nothing against no one when it comes to being a victim. But I stand here today because I talked to my county council, I talked to my state rep, I talked to Mr. Purnell Jones, and I spoke of the matter of Tanisha Anderson. It burdens my heart to live in a city, to live in a county for over 47 years, to have ran and learned government from the best of them, from Carl Stokes on down. And I cannot find out to this day. Tanisha Anderson's been dead 14 going on 15 months. I've talked to your town, to the county about her paperwork. It's done. I talked to the city. It's done. I called Sheriff Pinckney. He's playing. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I got something that's gonna hit each and every last one of us in this room today. Okay? We all are able to stand in front of you all because of the fact that we gave you our trust. We gave it to you. City, county, state, federal government, we gave it to you. There's no way in the world a woman can die 14 months. She's laid in the ground and no one says anything. No one. Can anyone across that panel please take 1 minute
and tell me what your thought is and what you will try and do. Because I need to know that. I need to know that. There's no way in the world I can go back, and I never missed a polling day since 18. But there's no way in the world I can go back to the polls and think about voting for no one, and I can't see no one do anything in behalf of the disabled society. Because we're your vote. We're your vote. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
Can you answer that for me?
Thank you very much, sir.
So you won't answer.
We don't actually have that kind of procedure here. Do you have?
So can I meet with you?
You can certainly meet with me.
Give me a date.
Well, won't we talk after the meeting?
We can do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir. The next speaker is Pat Eisenstadt.
I just wanted to briefly state that I had read about the 15% increase, and I feel that in light of our economy, companies laying off in the paper this morning, 2,500 jobs, I feel that 15% increase is unconscionable. I just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you very much.
And the last speaker is Mr. Eisenstadt.
Hello. I'm here for 2016-0003, that ordinance about the 15% pay raise that I read in the paper this morning. In light of the way this county is doing financially and how the people are struggling to keep their jobs, let alone get a raise at all, I think this is, the optics are bad, and I think it's unconscionable. And of course, I agree with my wife. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else?
No, Mr. President.
All right. A report by the clerk on legislation withdrawn at request of the sponsors.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. The legislation that's on the agenda was withdrawn at the request of the administration, as it was found that Mr. Crampton's previously approved appointment by council still stands.
All right. Thank you. So no action is necessary by the council, correct?
That is correct.
All right. Could I have a motion to adjourn? Moved and seconded. All those in favor of adjourning say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned.